Hello, and thank you for tuning in today for reading. Today we're going to do things a little different. Usually we have 4 stacks, or 3 stacks, 5 stacks, but today we have 6 stacks. And each stack will represent a planet that rules the zodiac of the person that you want a reading for. Okay? For example, this pal right here has the Tower, and the Tower is ruled by Mars. Mars rules Scorpio and rules Aries. It's a very powerful, action-like planet, and it's also a destructive planet, okay? So the stack is something you would pick. Okay, the next stack we have here is the Empress, okay? Now the Empress is ruled by Venus, and Venus rules Taurus, and it also rules Libra, okay? So Venus is all about beauty, femininity, and it's also about materialism. So this is a stack that you would pick. Okay. The next stack we have here is the Magician. The Magician is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So this is a stack you would pick. It has to do with communication, with jack of all trades, and being flexible, okay, and talented. This stack right here has 2 zodiacs that I put to rule. Why? Because one is ruled by the sun and the other one's ruled by the moon. The moon rules the high priestess, and the sun rules the sun. Okay. Now the sun rules Leo, and the moon rules Cancer. So if you have any of these 2 zodiacs, then it would be a stack for you. Okay. The next stack we have here is the world, and the world is ruled by Saturn. Saturn rules Aquarius, and it also rules Capricorn. It's the co-ruler of Aquarius. Okay. And the world represents completion, karma, and it also represents reaching an ending of a circle, of a full cycle, okay? The next stack we have here is ruled by Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. And Jupiter rules Pisces, and it rules Sagittarius. It's the co-ruler of Pisces. So we're going to put these 2 together. And the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter rules fortune, rules good luck, and it rules expansion, okay? So, yeah. One thing I want to say is please pick what resonates with you, and the rest let it go, because everybody has a different situation. Some people are single, some people are married, and some people are in a relationship. So just tailor this reading to your situation, and the rest just let it go, okay? That being said, let's go. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Tower stack, alright? And people that are ruled by Mars, okay, Scorpio, Aries. Okay, so if the person that you want a reading for is a Mars or Scorpio, is a Aries or a Scorpio, sorry, then this reading is for you, okay? So we're gonna do the Celtic cross today, and if we have to draw some dice, then we'll draw some dice. So we're gonna see where this relationship is heading, like what's going on with this relationship. We ran out a little bit of space here, so we'll just put it there. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. So we have fire here immediately. Mars is a very fiery planet, even though Scorpio is not a fire sign, but we still got that Mars going on here. Okay. Okay, okay. Alright, so what's going on in this relationship? What is the main thing going on here? There's a lot of struggle. Okay, this is what's currently going on. A lot of struggle. Heavy energy. We have here Saturn in Leo. Okay. This is a fire card, and it's fire being oppressed. Okay. Having to deal with arguments, conflict, and pretty much avoiding the other person. As you can see, the little 2 snakes are avoiding each other, okay? And I believe that the main cause is victory, okay? Like, the issue in this relationship is that someone wants to win over about something. Someone wants to have the last word. Someone wants to have something that they're struggling to get at the moment, okay? If you're single and you're dating someone, it could mean that you're probably trying to establish a relationship and you're having difficulty getting that victory. And we also have here interference. We have a lot of confusion going on, a lot of options to pick from, and there's not a lot moving forward, okay? So interference means that there's two options or many options to choose from, and they're all of equal merit, and we just don't know where or what to choose. This is what we're aware of. This is the position that we're aware of this situation. And this could be you, okay, currently with this other person. You're just, you probably want to move forward, but they just, they're confused or something. Something is stalling them. And if you're married or if you're in a relationship with this person already, it could mean that there's issues going in the relationship, okay, that are very heavy, and you want to have your way, but the other person has a lot of options in mind or something to choose from, and maybe you want them to choose something that you want, but they're not. They're kind of like, they're kind of like confused, okay? Now, the foundation of this reading is happiness. What you want is happiness. You want everything in place, okay, in the relationship. You want everything to be in place, to be harmonious, and to have your wish come true, okay? Perhaps you've been in this relationship for a long time, and now you want marriage. Now you want that ring. You're probably thinking, what is that person waiting for? Okay? How long does it take for this person to see that I'm valuable? That's probably an issue, okay, if you were in a relationship with this person. If you're not in a relationship with this person, you're probably wondering, when are we going to take the next step and make it official and be exclusive? Okay, this is what the happiness card is about. Now, in the past, there was a thought going on. Okay, we have here the chariot. There was a path that you and that person had, and you probably gave it a shot. Okay, maybe if you are dating this person, maybe it's when you met and it was considered a path. We have here the chariot, and the chariot is sitting on a throne, and on a chariot, and he's looking forward. He's meditating on the wheel of fortune. He hasn't yet begun to move. This is probably what happened, what's coming to pass, that you probably met this person and you decided to give this person a chance and go full force, because once you make up your mind, there's no turning back, okay? So you probably decided to give this person your all and go for it, okay? And if you're already in a relationship with this person, it could mean that you probably, it could be the same thing. You actually went full force with this relationship. You gave all your trust, all your energy, and you just went for it, okay? But now you're struggling. Now there's something that's in the way. Now, what's coming is a very, very slow energy. We have here the Knight of Disc. It's ruled by Earth, and Earth is a very, very slow element. I mean, think of trees, how long it takes for trees to grow. And as you can see here, the horse is very exhausted. Like, he's been through a lot, and he's just looking towards the horizon to see if there's any hope. This is what's coming. This is the energy that's going to come in soon. Okay, things are going to be pretty exhausting for you. Okay, and I always think of adrenal fatigue with this card. Okay, because this person has worked so hard, and all of this is finally growing, but it's not enough. So what I take from this card is that perhaps it's going to take a while for you to get what you want, okay? And you're probably going to wonder if it's worth it, okay? If it turns out with this person proposing, it's probably going to take too long, and you're going to be like, okay, when am I going to get that recognition that I'm worth this relationship? If you're in a relationship and there's something that you want out of that relationship, then you're probably going to be like, what is it going to take for me to get what I want? And is it worth it for me to wait this long? Or should I take other actions? Maybe perhaps separate from them, okay? So this is a very slow card, and it could be frustrating, all right? Now, how you're going to react to this, your energies towards this, we have here the Prince of Cups. You're going to keep wishing for this to happen. You're going to keep wishing for this other person to, go your route, fulfill your wishes. As we have here, the Prince of Cups, okay? He's wishing towards a little cup right here. And energies from the outside. Now, we have something positive. We have here the Lovers. The Lovers, okay? A union, a divine union. Okay? Now, we also it's interesting because we have here sorrow. Like, your worst nightmare is sorrow, is rejection, is separation. is not seeing that person anymore. You have here the Three of Swords. See, we have your sorrow. So your worst nightmare is having your heart broken and having to face something about this person. But yet the result we have here, the Nine of Swords, cruelty. Okay, interesting, because we have Mars here in Gemini. Mars again, and Mars is, ruler of the tower. So we have here one good card symbolizing union, but it seems like they haven't given you what you want, okay? It seems like they haven't yet fulfilled this wish of happiness. Perhaps they'll just come for a one-night stand. Okay, I'm talking to the single people or people who are just dating. They'll unite, and you're gonna see it as it is. You're gonna be like, okay, this just falls below expectation. I want something more. And then you get the cruelty card. You get 9. You feel like you regret doing the act. You desire the person, yes. Remember? The Prince of Cups. You desire. Even though this is taking too long, and even though, all this process is taking too long, but you still desire this person. They unite with you, perhaps for a brief encounter. You wish the worst. You don't wanna pressure them, because you don't want to separate. You don't want to, But then at the end, you feel regretful. You're like, you feel like low self-esteem, like you can't be without them. Okay. So, I pretty much see what this is what's coming up. Okay, this is what's happening now, and this is what's coming up. All right, and I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. I don't think we have to roll any dice. I think it's just up to you if you want to wait, but you really have to beware about that temptation and that obsessiveness of wanting them, because they will come, but it's not because they want a divine union. And if you are already in a relationship with this person, you can tailor this to the situation that everybody has a different situation, so you must have a specific situation into which this could fall. You know what I'm talking about here. So they're going to probably agree on something, and you're probably not going to want to disagree with them, because you don't want to disconnect from them. But at the end, there's regret. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with the reading, and if you want a personal reading for your situation, then contact me on the links below. I have my social media here if you want to follow it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please like if it helped you a little bit. Also share if you have any friends that might benefit from a reading. So yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Magician. And if you pick this stack, it's because you have a person that has a Gemini or Virgo zodiac, okay, constellation. So here we go. I'm going to do the Celtic cross, give it a little shuffle. We have a very earthy tone here going on. Okay. Currently, the main focus on this relationship, the main thing now, is a foundation. We have here the Ace of Disc. This is the Ace of Earth. And we have our third eye open. And I'm not going to say that this reading is going to be a bad one, because we do have very neutral tones in this reading. Okay. We have here the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is a very, very judgmental, cold, logical person. So what I see here is that you have, or what this relationship has as the main theme, is wealth, money, material, foundation, having structure in this relationship. If you're not in a relationship, making this relationship official, okay? But we have here, the fear is failure, okay? And I think this relationship is more geared towards practicality, meaning that it's not so much emotional, but it's more as geared to the future, and will it stand? Will it be a good match? Okay, kind of thing. Okay. Now, what's coming to pass is that there were a lot of risks taken. We have here the Fool, okay? So there was a lot of risks taken, but now there's a lot of serious things going on. Now it's like, if you're single, what this could pertain to, it could be money matters if you're living with a person in a relationship. It could mean you want to take it to the next level. Maybe you don't want to live there anymore, or maybe you want to move, and you guys want to make sure you got the right money, okay? Because we have here disc. Everything's disc here, okay? So perhaps you want the other person to get another job, or they want you to change jobs, okay? In order to pull through with the rent, okay, if you live together. If you're single and you're still dating this person, perhaps you're thinking about whether or not this person is right for you, or are they investing in you, okay? Because, I mean, this has to do with investment, has to do with material, has to do with foundation, has to do with manifesting, having something tangible, okay? Sometimes emotions, anybody could talk, but when you invest, then that's something that's solid, okay? It's proof. You know what I mean? So we have here that. Now, what's coming, the energy that's coming, we have here art. We have here temperance in other decks. So there's going to be something to work on. Okay, there's some energies, trying to make things easy. Now remember, Virgo and Gemini, they're mutable signs. Okay, they're very easy to talk to. They're very easy to get along with if your sign is not in contradiction with them. So what I see here is that there's easy passage, there's easy communication, and perhaps you guys are going to come into work into something together, okay? If you're single and you're dating this person, you might come into an agreement of some sort where you guys put your energies together and try to make things happen, okay? Now, I see that the energy that you'll be taking in here, because this one was right here, by the way, is that you're going to give it your all. Okay, your energy that you're going to employ to this situation is that you're going to give it your all. You have your abundance. And what this card signifies is an abundance of emotional energy, of communicating your true feelings. So you're going to give it your all truthfully to this relationship. However, what they're giving to you back kind of falls a little short of what you were expecting. Maybe you were expecting a little bit more. But we have your luxury, we have your the Four of Cups, and what this denotes is that they're probably giving you an offering that falls below expectation, okay? So that's something you have to kind of like watch out, because that's something that might be coming in for you. Now, your goals or your fears, in this case is your goals, because it's a kind of positive card. We have here the Knight of Swords, okay? And your goals is to be, to go after what you want. As you can see here, the horse is full force forward, and he's like the hunter. So it seems like to me like you're going to give it your all. You're going to try your best, okay? You're going to give your best shot to make this relationship work. That's what you want. And as a result, we still have a situation that's developing, but yet it's not yet come to fruition. We have here the tree, okay, and the tree is blooming flowers, but it's not blooming, the flowers haven't become fruits yet. So you really can't ripe the benefits of this relationship yet, okay? So for a while, I would say that this situation is going to be, you guys are going to be working at it, you're going to put your full force to it, but you're going to probably wait a very long period of time, because perhaps what's coming from the outside, from the other person, kind of falls below expectation, okay? So perhaps you might be wondering if it's worth it, but to you it is, I think. I think for you, you're still going to say it's worth it. I'm going to keep going, because you probably have invested emotionally, and not just emotionally, but financially in this relationship, because when we have here disc, it comes to financial stuff, okay? And, Virgo is an earth sign, okay? Virgo likes to take it slow, not as slow as Capricorn, But Virgos are very slow mover. They're very crafty. They're very good with words. So that's something you kind of have to watch out for, because Virgos are very, 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 very crafty sign in terms of knowing how to talk and how to come across and using the right, correct words. They're very crafty. We have here of Sun in Virgo, and this is going to be the result of this reading. Okay, so I mean, they could make it work. They're very easy to get along with. They're very quite peaceful, unless they have a certain aspect in their chart or placement which makes them very vindictive or very difficult to get along with. But usually Virgos are very easy to get along with because they know how to psychologically go around the person. They know how to convince the person to do something, talk them into something without sounding alarming. Okay, so if that's for you, if that's something that you get along with, because perhaps you're a Virgo or you're an earth sign, or you have an aspect in your chart that gets along with that person, then perhaps this is going to work for you, because you'll be patient and it just turns out right. But if you're a person that you don't like gray areas, okay, and you like things to be fair, because sometimes Virgo could have double standards. Okay, that's something you're gonna have to, you'll learn from this from a Virgo. Okay, they'll have double standards, and also a Gemini too. But Gemini is a little bit transparent when it comes to that. Okay, I mean, they're more into not being double standard, but they're more inclined to lie than actually have Virgo be double standard and say, well, my way is right because this and this, but it's not right for you. Okay, but if you are a person that has difficulty with that gray area, then perhaps you're going to find this process a little bit, tiring. And you're going to probably question if it's worth your energy. But for what I see here, you're going to still go full force because you are invested emotionally in this person, okay? And also I see here that you're being the hunter. So, I mean, this is a reading that you should keep in mind. You could always change your will, but this is what's prone to happen, because we already established what's going on here. So this is what's prone to happen based on your patterns. Okay. So I think we're pretty much done with this reading. I think it's pretty clear. If you guys want a personal reading from your own personal situation, then contact me on the links below. I also put my social media here so that you may follow it if you want to know when I put my next upload, and also subscribe if you haven't, and give it a like if this video helped you in one way or the other, and share to a person that might need a reading. Okay? Alrighty then, let's go to the next stack. Wish you the best of luck. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the Empress stack. If you pick this stack, it's ruled by Venus, and Venus rules Taurus and it rules Libra. So let's get on with it. Okay, so let's give it a little bit of a shuffle. Okay, let's lay them out. I'm going to do the Celtic cross today. Oh, okay. All right. So right off the back, I see that this reading has to do with love. The main thing here is love, okay? The relationship. What crosses is we have here the Queen of Disc. We have a lot of Earth here, okay? Interesting, because in my last reading, the other stack I had, we also had a lot of Earth here in the indicator section. So, and we also have here the Empress. Empress is material. It's very earthy. It's ruled by Venus. Venus rules Taurus and rules Libra. So we have here the Prince of Disc, another material card. Okay, another manifesting, physical, solid. Another word that could describe it is tangible. Okay, and I see here that the main thing is to make things tangible, to make things work, to make things solid. Okay, if you're single, it could mean that, and you're dating someone, it could mean that you want to make this relationship solid already. Perhaps you guys want to work, make a nice apartment, a nice house. It pertains to beautifying the relationship, taking it to another level. We have here the Empress, perhaps having a baby. Okay. If you are in a relationship with this person, it could mean also having a baby. It could mean getting a new house, getting a new place to live, making it more concrete, a more stronger relationship, as we have here the Earth. Okay. In the past, however, we had ups and downs. We have here the Knight of Wands. It's a very changeable energy, you know, going from extremes, going from hot to cold, you know. So, but now it's a little bit more grounded, or at least the concern. The idea here is that it's grounded, like grounding. It's the main thing, it's the main focus, the main concern is grounding. Okay, putting a foundation to this love right here. Okay. Now, what's coming up? We have here the Princess of Cups. Now, the Princess of Cups could also symbolize a baby in the way. Okay, for those of you that want to have a kid. But it also symbolizes romance and free flowing. Okay, things flowing in the right way, things flowing, you know. So I see here that there's going to be, you know, a flow. Okay. However, your energy is a little stagnant. We have here the Hangman. Okay, the Hangman. The Hangman represents being stuck. Okay, feeling low of energy, feeling bounded by something. Okay, feeling like you're not going anywhere. Now, why? Why is that? Why do you feel like you're not going anywhere? And this is not now, okay? This is what's up. This is what's coming. And it's funny because everything's flowing right. So why are you feeling like, okay? We also have here another stuck energy card. We have here the Five of Swords. Okay. This time, this energy is coming from the outside, from the other person. So perhaps this person is going to take a while, or if disappear or something. All right. And if you're reading for a Libra person, you know, Libra does a disappearing act. Okay, if you guys want to watch more about that, you could look up here. I did a video very many years ago about that. But yeah, if this energy is more of like crickets. Okay, like, you know, when you perform and you expect the audience to clap, but all you hear is crickets. Well, this is sort of what it is. Like, you feel like heavy, like it's probably not going to happen, sort of deal. It's too good to be true, perhaps. Okay, now your worst nightmare, okay, is to see things as it is. Like, perhaps you are kind of painting this person with rosy glasses, okay, and you don't want to look, like, you don't want to put on the real glasses and see who they really are. But interesting enough, we have here adjustment. We have here balance. It's a Libra card, as you can see. Okay, interesting because this reading pertains to Taurus, the bull, and it pertains to Libra. Okay, and I always shuffle all these cards. I never see them because it's more work for me. Trust me, it's more work for me to sort out cards for signs. It won't really make any sense. I mean, cards will fall where they need to fall for the message that needs to be said. Okay, that's how I see it. But yeah, we have here adjustment, and we have here, you know, the Prince of This, adjustment for Libra, and the Prince of This for Taurus. So it's very aligned, and you fear the worst, but at the end, you know, it's going to be balanced. Okay, things are going to be and fall in their place. There's going to be some sort of agreements. There's going to be some sort of truce going on here. Okay, but there will be a time where you're going to feel like you have no news of this person. Okay, you're not going to hear from this person, and you're going to fear the worst. You're going to be like, okay, perhaps I was right. As you can see here, you have a woman with her finger on her lips, like, was I right? You know, so I see that. Now I'm very curious. I want to draw a dice because it just ends here, and I haven't drawn any dice yet for other stacks, but for this one, it's very, very it's, how do I say, it's very curious, because why do we have this so positive, and yet you're the one that's tired here? And okay, perhaps this person has said this before, and they have a certain pattern where when it's time to do things, they disappear, or when you know, when it's time to commit, when it's time to put their energies and efforts into something, they disappear, but then they come back when things are right. I don't know. Taurus is not typical of that, though they could be if they have something in their chart that denotes that, their astrology charts, which I also read too, if you guys want a reading for that. But Taurus could, you know, could anybody in the sign, in the zodiac sign, could be subject to that. But mostly what I've seen is Libras are more capable of doing that from my experience. Okay, but let's roll some dice. Okay, let's roll 4. And the question that we're going to ask is, let's get a clear answer. Let's see what type of person. Okay, what type of actions does this person take? Okay, let's see. Can you describe this person? We want to see his patterns or her patterns, okay, from before, to get a greater understanding of where this is going. No, boy. Okay, let's just see where they fall first. All right. We have here the 4 of staves, of wands, and 4 of staves is very, very positive as it is with love. Okay, they're very related. It talks about weddings. It talks about completion, about romance, and this and that. Okay, but it's funny because it falls right on love. Now, the 8 of swords is very, very close to, well, the Prince of Cups, but it's close to the Hangman, which is, you know, in the 8 of swords, you're kind of bounded because you're confused by so many options. So this person tends to be hot and cold and cuts ties when they need to. And we have here the Queen of Wands. So they go after what they want when they want it. We have here the Queen of Wands. They're confused. They don't know where they're going. If you see the 8 of Swords cards in other decks, you're gonna see it's a lady with her eyes bounded, like she doesn't know what's going on. You know, she's confined. And yet they have here the Prince of Swords. It's not a very romantic dice. The Prince of Swords is a very mechanical, and they cut through obstacles when they need to without second thought. It's not a very emotional thing, and it's very related to Gemini, by the way. And we have here the 4 of staves, very romantic completion, completing a circle. So what I get here is that this person is could be hot and cold. Okay, perhaps now you've reached a part in the pattern where they're more, you know, grounded, and things will float, but at the end it seems to have another pattern, and then they'll adjust again. So I mean, it all depends on you now. You know, the ball's on your court. It all depends of how much you have tolerance for this, if it's something you want. But this person displays this pattern, okay, and it just all depends on you from now on. You know, maybe in another reading you're going to get more, you know, more of a clarity, but for now I see that this person has a certain pattern, okay, and this is how it's going to play off. Alright, so I think I'm pretty done with this reading, and if you guys want a personal reading, go to the links below and I'll be happy to give you one. If you haven't subscribed yet, give it a subscription, give it a like if it helped you, share it to a friend that might need a reading, and I put my social media links here just in case you want to follow me and know when I have uploaded the next video, okay? So I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so now we're going to do the stack for the people who have Leo and Cancer people that they want to read for. Okay, so here we go. Let's give it a little shuffle so that we could get that energy flowing. Okay, all right. So, I see here that the main thing going on is not a lot of things going on. Like, there's a pause, okay? There's a retreat. And I don't know if this is with you or with the other person, but this seems to be the situation in this relationship, okay, that you have with the other person. But we also have here gain. We have here coins. But gain, this card, the 9 of disc, also symbolizes grouping together, like grouping with a bunch of people in order to gain something together. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that perhaps there's been a retreat from grouping with these people or coming together. There's been a retreat from that, okay, because this is what crosses this card, okay. What you are aware of is you have here the lust card, okay, and it symbolizes passion, it symbolizes strength, talent, okay. But the foundation of this reading, we have here the 7 of Swords, fatality, okay. So there's a lot of doubts, of course, in the back of your mind, in your subconscious, but you do have strength, you do have motivation, you do have willpower, okay. Now, in the past, we have the star, okay. The star symbolizes inspiration, hope, new ideas. So perhaps in the past, this relationship had a good start, okay, or something was going great in the past. And remember, this card symbolizes what's coming to pass, okay, we're just coming. If you just started dating a person, maybe you were enthralled with this person. You were like, wow, I like this person a lot. Everything's gonna work out great, okay. But now we have here this of being the main concern, okay, retreating, okay, retreating from getting together. Perhaps you guys hanged around with a group of people and you got together with a group of people, or you associated with people, and there is doubts here, okay. But what's coming ahead is death. And I don't mean physical death, like you're going to die or that person's going to die. But what I see here is a transformation of this relationship, okay? Usually the death card means that something ends, a relationship ends when it comes to relationships. But I always look towards the dignity next to a card like this. Well, a dignity next to a card, to every single card. Because you could have any card and it doesn't really mean much unless you look at the cards next to it, which will give you more of the story behind why you got this card. So you have the death card here coming ahead, okay. So perhaps you're not going to hear from this person. Something's going to change dramatically from this person. You're going to probably see this person a very different way, okay, and perhaps you're already feeling it, okay. But I see a difference in the way you act, in the way you react to this, dramatic change. And we have here the 4 of Wands, okay? Completion, like you're not going to sweat it, apparently, okay? You're not going to sweat this transformation. You know what? And maybe it is for the good, okay? Because when you do have a card like this that precedes a card like this, could mean that the person changed for the better, okay? Maybe this person was doing things the wrong way, wasn't making an effort in the relationship, and now they've completely made a 360, okay, complete change. And you feel like, wow, you feel like you've completed a cycle, you've been triumphant. So from the outside, you have the 3 of Wands. Now, usually this means no compromise. But again, I always have to look at the dignities next to the cards. I see that the party from the outside, the other person that you're referring to in this reading, is looking towards the future. Okay, a future potentially for this relationship. Okay, and what you wish for is success. Okay, you want to thrive in this relationship. You see, as you got here, success. You want to thrive. Okay, this is your wishes. You want it to be in place, and you just want it to work. But as a result, we have here the Queen of Cups, observation. Like sort of watching this person and seeing their every move. Like as you can see here, the Queen of Cups is hiding behind a veil, okay? And she's observing, okay? She's not moving, she's not active, she's just observing. So perhaps this person changed, you know, you feel great about it. You know, the prospects look great because they're looking towards the future. They're probably talking about the future. You know, they're probably getting their act together. You wish for the best. You wish for success. But at the end, you're going to be observing. Okay, seeing if they're going to do the deed, if they're going to walk the talk, okay? Now, I want to roll some dice to see what it is that you're going to be observing. That's going to be a really good question. Okay. See if we get some insight. Okay. We got here. Ooh, okay. Let's just keep the dice where they are, because that always gives a more deeper insight. Now, this dice we know kind of fell over here, if I'm correct, but it's right on top of fatality, and it's interesting because fatality is this card. As you can see here, fatality means doubts, and it fell on top of fatality. And this is the King of Swords. Okay, and the King of Swords pertains to a very mechanical archetype man that is pretty much emotionless and just cuts. He doesn't really use emotion. And okay, how many we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have here the Queen of Pentacles and we got the Eight of Pentacles. So perhaps you're withdrawing at the moment. Okay, this fell here, by the way. Perhaps you're withdrawing at the moment because you're kind of stepping back and perhaps observing this person, okay, currently. But this is why you're probably being receptive, because you're trying to see how they're developing, because we have here the Eight of Disc, and how they're going to manifest. And you're also probably taking your time to nourish yourself and take a look at what you really want. And we have here the Princess of Swords, okay? And it fell on the Lust card. Lust card is a strength card as also. So the Prince of Swords likes to spy, likes to sift through things. And it always reminds me of a person that's going through social media and looking through other people's profiles to see what they could find, trying to see clues, and being very logical and not, you know, being emotional, just being very logical and not taking the quote unquote truth as it is. They want to go deeper into it. So, and it fell on the Strength card. So what it's trying to indicate to me is that you're being strong, and perhaps you're not taking anybody's word for anything. You're going to look through things and you're going to see for yourself. And you're taking time for yourself to nourish yourself and perhaps see where this is developing. And perhaps this person has acted like the Prince of Swords or the King of Swords. And, you know, things have changed dramatically, but at the end you're going to be like, okay, you're going to be okay with it, and there's going to be new prospects towards the future. You're going to wish for the best, and you're still going to be observing. So this person doesn't really, what I see from this reading is that this person doesn't really win your trust. You're very doubtful about it, but you're kind of looking to see what that person does next, okay? And if this is pertaining to a Cancer tends to go back and forth, okay, like a little crab. So that could be the vibe. Now, Leo is more solid because it's a fixed sign. Cancer is a cardinal sign, by the way. Cancer is more of a leader, but Cancer tends to go back and forth when it comes to relationships. So if you're talking about a Cancer, then this could be the situation. Leo, on the other hand, they're more of conquering things, and they could put up an act, okay? So maybe that's something that you're probably looking at, all right? See if that's going to work with you, okay? See if you're going to, I don't know, tolerate that or accept it, but you're trying to look for the truth, okay? And this is a Leo card, as you can see. This is a This is a lion. The lady's riding on the lion. Like she's controlling the lion. Her will is over the lion. So this is what you're trying to do at the moment. Okay. So I think I'm pretty much done here. Pretty much clear about what's going on in this relationship. And if you guys want, you could go in to the links below and I give you an in-depth reading of your personal situation, because everybody has a different situation. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share it to a friend who might need it. And I also put my social media here just in case if you want to follow it and know when I upload the next video, which is every week. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck, guys. Okay, so the next stack we have is the World, which represents Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay, all right, so let's give a little shuffle to get that energy rolling. Okay, here we go. Let's flip them around. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so for this reading, I see there's a lot of wishing, a lot of temptation. This is the main thing in the relationship you have with this other person. Temptation. Okay. We also have domination. Like you want this person so badly. We have fire, 2 of Wands. You want to be able to perhaps dominate them. We also have a lot of communication. We have 2 communication cards. We have the Magician and we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so perhaps you're aware that you are being frank and open with this person about your desires towards them. You are communicating. You're probably using every means and ways to express how you feel, because you have here the Magician. However, in the past, or the distant past, or what's been coming to pass, we see here disappointment. We see here the 5 of Cups. So there has been something that's fallen way below expectation of what you were expecting in the past. Perhaps this person cheated, perhaps this person betrayed you, perhaps there was something that was just too good to be true and you knew it, but you just went ahead with whatever it is that you wanted, and at the end there was something that, exploded. Okay, now, but currently you are wishing on something, you are desiring, you are tempted and looking, okay, and you are communicating that. Okay, you're pretty clear about that. Now, what's coming in the future, what's coming to come is the 6 of Swords, okay, and it's moving on. That's weird, because currently you're very strong about this, but then you kind of move on. And it could also signify travel. And if you're with this person in a relationship, it could mean that you're traveling. You're probably looking, to expand this relationship and travel on an adventure. If you're not, and you're dating this person, it could probably mean that you're going to move on. Okay, you're considering to move on. Maybe this person won't make you feel the way they are currently making you feel. Okay, this is what's coming. And the way you feel about a year, you got the Ace of Swords. This is a great card because you have clarity, okay? You have your mind over your emotions. You know what you want. So you're not gonna resent moving on if that's what it is that you're doing. And if you are with this person, you're not gonna resent, invoking new ideas for this relationship. Okay, now if you're with this person, it looks good. Okay, it looks like, there's going to be solutions to issues or little issues that were in the past, little disappointments, because you got here the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords rules Aquarius, by the way. Okay, I have here Mercury in Aquarius. You can see the little Aquarius sign. So we see here a solution. Okay, we see here a solution. But from the outside, we have here oppression. Like there's something that these people find very heavy to deal with. Okay, they find the responsibility perhaps of the relationship. Okay, if they're in a relationship, they probably find the responsibility having to deal with certain things. They probably feel imprisoned. Okay, this is the energy that they're probably be exhibiting from the outside. Now, your hopes and fears, or hopes or fears, we have here the moon. Okay, the moon pertains to a situation where your subconscious comes to your consciousness. Like, you're totally experiencing new experiences that could perhaps scare you, okay? And perhaps shed some light on things that were hidden and in the dark, secrets. Okay, so you're probably perhaps afraid of of learning about new secrets about this person, as we have here the moon. But at the ending, we have here a really good card. We have here the Princess of Wands. And the Prince of Wands pertains to a catalyst, a person that breaks out of fear. Okay, so let's put this in perspective to, the relationship of what we're talking about here. So if you're single and you're dating this person, perhaps you will move on ahead. You're desiring them, this and that. You're talking, you're speaking. You'll either move on, recover from the situation. You're very clear about it, but this person seems probably distant. Will seem distant. Okay, this is not now. Will seem distant. You will probably be afraid to move on in your life. Okay, of fear of the unknown. Okay, charting a new course is always a fearful thing because you don't know what lies ahead. But at the end, you're going to be adventurous. You're going to be out there, fearless. Okay, now if you're in a relationship with this person, it takes a whole new meaning. It could mean that you will probably travel or move on, get a solution from a bad situation that you had. You'll be clear about it, but they're going to feel restrained, not themselves, okay? And you're afraid that, lies could come into the, hidden things that they were hiding will come into the light and you'll have to face them. But you end up facing them. You end up executing whatever it is that needs to be executed. Okay, you have here the Princess of Wands. So, I want to roll in some dice to see if we can get a little bit more of the story. Although it looks a little clear, but let's see. Let's see what else we could get. Okay. Interesting, because here we got Aquarius again. We have here the star, which represents Aquarius. We have here the Empress, and we have here the Ace of Disc. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have here the Nine of Swords, which is not a good dice, but the rest are good. So perhaps there's, and I think it's positive. I think that this dice roll is positive. There's high hopes in the future. It could potentially be for having a child, if that's what it is that you want. We have here the Empress, and we have here manifestation, Ace of Disc. Solidity, like having a foundation. But we have here cruelty, regrets, low expectations, and feeling, having feelings of low self-esteem. So what I see here is that you might move away from this person if you are single and you're dating this person. It might not be for you. Maybe you'll just be friends. Okay, Aquarius is that sign that after you break up with this person, I'm not saying you're gonna break up, but I see here moving, away. When you move away from an Aquarius, they remain friends, and it's almost like they've never been with you to begin with. Okay, and Capricorn is a very hard constellation in expressing feelings. So perhaps they're not gonna express how they feel. Perhaps they're, tightened up with work, because we have here the Ten of Wands, which is very oppressive. Perhaps they have a lot of work, but although work never feels oppressive to Capricorn because they love to work, but perhaps they feel like it's a burden, You know, maybe a relationship is a burden, okay? And if you are with this person already in a relationship, perhaps they have a lot going on and they feel like perhaps quality time is an issue, okay? You know, Capricorn, sometimes they abandon their family time for work. And that's usually the main complaint in a Capricorn relationship with somebody else. The other person is always complaining that Capricorn never has any time, okay? And the other complaint that the other person has with Aquarius is that they could be quite, you know, emotionless. Although there are some Aquarius that have a lot of emotion because in their chart they probably have a rising sign like Scorpio or Pisces. But other than that, Aquarius is usually a very dry sign too. It's ruled by Saturn. That's why we got this card here, okay, the World. So what I see here is that we have high hopes in the future. Everything's going to be great. You just have to work in the department of, you know, perhaps low self-esteem, regret, and those issues that you don't want to see, okay, that you're trying to hide away and you don't want to take a look at, because once you take a look at them, they lose their power over you, okay? Anything that you fear, once you analyze it and break it down, they lose their power over you, okay? So whatever it is that you feel that you're afraid of, you're going to take a really hard look at it, okay? All right, so I think I'm pretty much done in this reading. And if you want an in-depth reading of your situation, of your own customized situation, then reach out to the links below and I'll be happy to give you a reading. Also, if you haven't subscribed, give it a subscription and give it a like if this video has helped you in any way. Share it to anybody that might need a reading. And I put my social media here just in case if you might want to follow it, okay? So, I wish you the best. Okay, so the next stack we have here is for the people that have Sagittarius and Pisces, ruled by the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. Okay, so let's give it a little shuffle. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. So we have here the Seven of Wands. Okay. Defense, valor. So the main idea in this situation is that there's a lot of defense going on, defending yourself. They're defending themselves, and it has to do with family. Perhaps there's someone in the family that's getting in the way. Okay, if you guys are friends or something, but it has to do with that. And there are new ideas ahead, okay? We have here the Prince of Disc, or someone could be pregnant, but this is like the main focus now, and you are also aware that there's a lot of changes going on, all right? And it could be due to the issues at family, the issues with friends, or an opposition force that has got in the way between this relationship. Now, in the past, things were working, okay? Or you were working towards this relationship and being more harmonious. They were working towards this. It was working, okay? Because we have here works. We have here the Three of Pentacles, okay? Now, what's to come is that there's going to be peace, okay? Thankfully, because right now things could be a little heated up, okay, with the changes coming aboard, and those that want to be pregnant, that want to get pregnant, well, we have here the Princess of Disc, and the Princess of Disc is holding a baby. And if it's not a baby that you're holding, it could be an idea of a way of handling this relationship. Maybe you guys want to move somewhere else to get the peace, but it has to do with bringing something new aboard, okay? How you're coming into this relationship is pleasure, okay? There's a lot of perhaps sex, going on. Okay, a lot of this Kundalini energy. So we see little snakes inside the cups. We have your pleasure. This is your energy and this, how you're going to react to this. So it's probably going to be a time where you guys are going to be peaceful and you're going to regroup and reconnect with yourselves and get away from all this craziness, okay, that's going on now, all these changes, okay. However, this person that we're speaking about here, we have here the Hermit. So they're going to probably be retreating, okay. They're going to probably be quiet. It's going to be a period of time where maybe they might not be giving you the feedback that you want. Okay, maybe they'll, and Pisces is, very introverted. So it's very much expected of Pisces. Sagittarius is not considered an introvert unless they have something in their chart that could cause them to be introverted, like having a stellium in the 12th house. But they have here the Hermit. So something's going to cause them to withdraw and, regroup and, get to know themselves even better. Okay. Now, what you wish for is the Wheel of Fortune. It's funny because remember, the Wheel of Fortune we have here. But what you wish for is perhaps a change of events, okay, luck, prosperity, okay, things to move in the right direction and keep moving in the right direction. And I see here that perhaps that's what's going to happen. We have here the Prince of Wands. And this is a really good reading. The Prince of Wands is a conqueror, okay? And he's been through a lot in the past. You have here the black spots behind here, and he's just moving full force and moving forward. So I see here a period of suspense, of peacefulness coming, ahead, of not making any decisions, not making a fuss, not making a lot of movement. And you are coming in really well. They're kind of retreating, and if you're dating this person, perhaps you might not hear from them in a while, but you'll be going on with your life. And then at the end, it seems to be really good. It seems like things are going to be rolling well. Okay. I want to throw more dice to see if we get a little bit more about this situation, because it seems to be good. At the moment, it's not that good. It's defensive, and there's changes, but it seems to, develop into something peaceful and calmer. So let's see what else we could get from this reading. Okay, let's roll some dice. And Sagittarius, hold on. Sagittarius could be confrontational. They love arguments. Okay, they could argue forever. That's something you'll know about the Sagittarius. They always have something smart to say. So this could be, the issue at hand. If it is a Sagittarius that you're dealing with here. All right. So let's roll. You got swords. We got a lot of swords here. And we also have wait a minute, I should have left it where, alright, no problem. We have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, interference, and we have fatality. So you guys are pretty much, could be fighting about interference. Again, I keep saying interference with family or other sources from the outside. But yeah, it has to do with having a lot of ideas that you're not clear, okay? Things are not clear, maybe gossip, okay? Doubts, things just seem too good to be true at times. And we also have here again the Princess of Disc. Interesting. And the Princess of Swords fell on the Princess of Disc. Okay, this could be a situation. Now, this is a very customized situation. Could be a situation where someone's pregnant, okay, and there's a lot of outside drama going on, and they're sifting through Facebook, through social media, and spying, and looking through things. Okay, this could be you or the other person. Okay, but this is what I see here in the reading. We also have here confusion and a lot of doubts and pertains of where this relationship going. This is probably the arguments, the defensiveness, and the changes that are taking place. But again, thankfully, it's going to be peaceful. Okay. Now, I want to get more information on this. Okay. Let's see. Let's roll some other dice. see where they fall this time. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 7, huh? Check this out, guys. We have here the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. We have here the Leo, and this is Mars and Leo. Okay, so it's a very warlike energy, and having to do with who has the most strength, I can over you kind of will. Sometimes Sagittarius could distribute this type of behavior, okay, and it has to pertain to love and family and you know, and relationships, okay. Now this one we have here in the change, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change and trying to adapt to the change. Maybe you guys moved into a new apartment, maybe you guys moved into a new home and you're trying to adapt to the change, but there's issues with family and this new idea that you guys are. If you're not in a relationship with this person, it could mean that perhaps you are trying to fight for this relationship because there's a lot of influences in the outside. Now let me tell you something, guys. For those people who date Pisces, Pisces get very much influenced by friends. Okay, there's a period of time when a Pisces person goes out, and I would say mostly for men, in my experience, it's kind of like they don't know you. Okay, and friends do interfere for some reason, they do, and they allow that, and friends come first, you know, when it comes to, you know, they do that, and that could be an issue. Okay, that could be something you could be fighting for. If you're not in an official relationship, you're dating this person, that could probably be it. Okay, and perhaps you're coming with a new solution or something new to make this work, a new adaptation to the change, you know, to the process. But there will be peace, you know, keep that hope on, okay? But again, they will withdraw, and this is typical of a Pisces person especially, okay? So yeah, I think that it's gonna go well, but now the issue is now, okay? If you could just get over now, the rest could be, you know, smoother, okay? All right, so I'm pretty much done here. If you guys want a personal reading, then I'll be happy to give you one if you go to the links below. And if this reading helped, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Also share it to anybody that might need a reading. And I also put my social media here just in case if you guys want to follow it, and you'll know when my next upload is up. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day, and I wish you the best of luck.